trying to pack the heat up, bro. I'm tired of this team, bro. First and foremost, I know I haven't been here for a second, so let's acknowledge y'all. Thank y'all for all the support, love. NBA season is almost done. I thank you all immensely for everything that y'all have done this past season, on and off the platform. But I know I haven't been here for the first 2 to 3 games. We're here today though, and I mean, my goodness, is this series basically done? I had the Nuggets winning in 5, so Elijah doesn't surprise me, but it does surprise me that Jokic can have, for his standards, a bad game, and they could still win this confidently. Um, and I think that this is a perfect example of how a team that may not have the personnel can just execute their way to a really good defensive effort, especially against a team that was beating teams just off of pure shooting and being able to knock down some great threes. So before we get into anything that's been going on in this series, in particular this game, shout out to hold on. Shout out to Coach Malone. I think Coach Malone, Mike Malone, has done an amazing job executing and coaching this team. And it's very clear that defensively, outside of the one game that they ended up losing, um, they've been much more sound and disciplined defensively. They've been making their strides. They've been executing properly. They have been doing things that, quite frankly, other teams that should have also beaten Miami, such as Boston and Milwaukee, just struggled at doing. And that's just executing down the stretch of games, executing defensively, and being able to just find quality looks routinely. Even tonight, a game in which Jokic shot poorly, and so did Jamal, they still got quality looks basically all game long. And even with Michael Porter Jr. out there trolling as he is, he's also still getting quality looks. So even when they have a bad shooting night, it never really feels like they're not in control or they don't have the ability to win or even up big. Largely because they just have they always execute properly, accordingly, make the right adjustments, and really and truly they just like a really great team. I can't take anything away from them. The problem with the Miami Heat, I'm gonna be honest with you all. I don't even think that it's really a problem with him. I genuinely don't think that there's anything wrong with this Heat team. I just think that they are just poorly matched up. It's a poorly matched team. I've been saying that from the beginning. You're giving up way too much size, and then when you try to put the size out there, and Kevin Love and Cody Zeller, you're giving up even more defensively and flexibility on the offensive side of the floor as well a little bit. And you have a team that can just beat you in several different ways, and they continue to find new ways to win ball games. And so tonight was another Aaron Gordon game. He played sensational from start to finish. Defensively, he has been amazing against Jimmy Butler, and what he's able to do, especially take advantage of mismatches, find the right positioning, seal accordingly. These are all things that, quiet is kept, a lot of teams in the NBA struggle with. It's also the reason why a team like the Golden State Warriors, even without Kevin Durant, still look extremely great from 2015 all the way up until last year because they just execute accordingly. They find the matchup, the mismatches, and they execute. It's the reason why LeBron at his best, he just looks better than a lot of the teams. Not even when he didn't have the talent around him, execution, high IQ, and doing what needs to be done accordingly. Quite frankly, it's the reason why Miami is also where they are as well. Great coaching, execution, finding what you need to find accordingly, and then capitalizing on it. But the Denver Nuggets also fall under that umbrella. And so when you have someone like Aaron Gordon who can have great nights, great games, just off of simple execution, sealing properly, getting great positioning inside the lane, being aggressive when need be, and just making the game simple and easy for himself, you're going to be able to have great results. Even a game tonight where Jokic didn't shoot the greatest, the playmaking was still there, the passing was still there, and just the presence all around was just still there as well. Shout out to Jamal Murray. He had a really great minutes even when Jokic wasn't on the floor. But I have to give it up to the others as well. Great minutes from Christian Brown. He played sensational, especially kind of helping out on the boards. Great energy as always. He's had great energy all throughout the series. Bruce Brown tonight came alive in the third and fourth quarter, really weathered the storm in the non-Jokic minutes when he got in foul trouble, and just great defense all around. KCP was much better tonight than he was in Game Two. This is a team that has answered the call, even though they lost a game at home. The first game they lost at home all postseason long. They came back, did their job that needed to be done, was able to take Miami both of their home games, and then they go back home looking to end the series. Personally speaking, like I said before, I had this series in five, so a lot of this stuff isn't surprising me at all. And I don't really think there's any adjustments that Miami can make because I don't really think that there is a player, a personnel move, any other type of adjustments that can be done. I will say this from Spoelstra: if you want to have a chance, the switching that I'm seeing, especially at the top, is just it's an egregiously bad decision. Today, Jokic just missed about two or three bunnies that he normally would make on a smaller defender, but switching is just ridiculous. I think it's a recipe for disaster. And I know Spo was just trying to pull anything and everything out of his hat. I get that, but this is not a. I don't think this is a team that you kind of test new things on. You kind of have to find what works, and you have to continue to do it and just hope that the execution can kind of carry you through it. And if there was a night that the Heat should have won, tonight, without a doubt, should have been a night that the Heat should have won with Jokic playing subpar and Jamal Murray struggling. But as always, this team has a lot of options coming off their bench. They play really well, and from my lens, it's already over. I mean, I don't see how. I just don't see how they win. I don't see how the Nuggets win. I mean, I don't see how the Heat win. Like genuinely speaking, I just don't. I don't see how the Heat win at all. KB, any takeaways before?
Nah, I'll be sorry. um, Eli messaged me. He said he doesn't think you watched the game, so I'm gonna just let a couple niggas
Hold
up.
on, wait.
And that's it.
I just let you up. So let me hear what Eli has to say.
I'm gonna let goods up too.
Yeah,
So
um, yeah. I wish Swipe would probably celebrating this shit. Yo, congrats to them niggas. Um, wait. Am I? Is the shit working? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah.
yeah, we
Yeah, my
hear you. We
shit.
hear you. We
It
hear you.
had. Oh no, that was low fat ass biting down on something. I thought my shit was. Thought my shit was fizzing for a second. But listen,
Okay.
yo, get off my. Yeah, no. Let me calm down. This is not
Please,
more of a
please calm down. You're the only one who's going crazy right now.
more of a
Please.
sober mood. More of a sober mood. But um. Man, dog. It's not. I'm not mad at the fact that we lost, bro. I'm just mad that the fact that like players who I know are ass and niggas have been trying to gaslight me into wanting to pay these niggas were as horrendously ass as they are. Cause I really feel like it's my fault, right? Like I really feel like the Gabe Vincent shit is on me for shitting on this nigga so much because he sucks. Like maybe the Magic could have held up for a couple. Maybe the Magic could have held up for a couple more days, bro. If I would have just held my tongue when niggas were talking about giving this nigga 18 fucking million, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't give this nigga the MLE. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't give this nigga 80% of the MLE, dog. This nigga's worth no more than 5 million, dog. The same applies to Max Juice, dude. What is Max Juice's NBA talent? Love, can you tell me? Like what do you, don't no, don't tell me that. Tell me what you know Max Juice for. What people say about Max Juice. What is he?
It's supposed to be a shooter.
And this nigga has given me 35% of the playoffs last year, 35% of regular season this year, 34% from three this playoffs, dog. Like it's atrocious, dude. And then my fan base, like they're like begging for Duncan. Duncan minutes, Duncan minutes, Duncan minutes. And man, he helped on offense. And man, he's better than Struce. But it's so fucking tough, bro. It's so fucking tough because of how ass this nigga is on defense, dog. And like he's made improvements, but he's just so fucking laterally unathletic, dude. Like no lateral explosion. Man, it sucks. Cause it's like things that I know are more than things I know that are more than fixable, right? Like the size issue is not something that should have been solved by getting Kevin fucking Love, dude. Like, and I fuck with Kevin Love. Thank you, like, thank you for the minutes that you gave me today. But like, dude, this is something that we've been talking about all season. It's something that should have been addressed in all season. After we lost PJ, And ultimately, niggas, I'm okay with getting out talented because I think that's what happened. I don't think like fans are literally making it about like everything but what it is, nigga. We lost because we're the worst team, but what I do mind is like delusion, right? And it's not just from my fan base, dog. Like it's the fact that other fan bases wanted that fucking phone
Am I
call. My
bugging?
bad. No, I
Oh,
got a
okay.
phone. I
Am I
got a phone
bugging?
call. My bad, but
Okay.
yeah, bro. Yo, congrats to the Nuggets niggas though. You know what I'm saying? Win that title, that's big time. Jokic, that's big time. That's a big time player. I think I've been pro Jokic for a while. I've been, relatively pro Nuggets to some extent. Either pro or like moderate on them. I haven't. Not a team I've particularly hated on. So, and I've always believed that like, I think it came up here and I stood on it that like Jokic is fine enough defensive. Like I think we had an argument about that like a couple months ago, Lo, and it looks like I cooked you ratio. But
I just think your team is bad offensively, but
I
it's
mean,
whatever.
yeah, what about your team? The team
Exactly.
What about your team and the team before and the team
Yeah, I
before
know.
that?
My team is also bad
So
offensively.
what's a good offense that could like cook them?
The Warriors are making
Celtics,
their shots. It'll be
unfortunately.
the worst.
But that did not happen.
Yeah, and normally off season, but when they normally make the shots, that'd be a great offense.
So that's one offense. Okay, so they're a good defense.
Yeah,
Good
I don't
offense.
think there's that many teams, but normally you would have to go through. I mean, we've all kind of wired to believe you just got to go through the Warriors anyway. So preparing yourself for that team is. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
crazy to say.
Is normal.
Yeah, no.
Anyways, I mean, Jokic is just a hilariously good basketball player,
He is.
I
He
mean,
is.
and obviously I think he's earned that. I mean, I don't think you earn the best in the world titles. Just something you are or aren't, and it's not objective or anything. It's subjective. But if you can earn the best in the world title, like I think he's earned it. And yeah, I mean, I'm not upset. Like I'm just sad a little bit, But the
But
journey.
going into the series, did you have? This is gonna sound crazy, but going into your series, you had your team winning, right? Or did you not?
I said, I think I said when I gave my prediction, I said in the facts and stats space, if I was giving a serious one, I would say Nuggets in 5 or 6. But I said Heat in 4. So, because why the fuck would I pick the Nuggets to win the series against my team, dude?
Yeah,
That's kind of
I
weird.
know
To be a proper
I know you're smart
basketball
enough.
mind, bro. Come on,
That's
bro.
kind of that's kind of weird to do,
No,
bro.
Come
I know,
Yeah,
on,
I
bro.
know Eli's smart enough to pick the Nuggets. I know he is.
But yeah, I mean, damn, bro, it's tough.
This
It's
nigga's
tough. But
depressed.
You'll
Oh
be
my
alright, Nugget.
god.
listen,
You'll be
nah, I'm
alright,
not
bro.
even I'm not even
I wouldn't
depressed
even
because
be angry
I
though.
mean I think
It was always gonna be
I
Nuggets in
think in a
5,
year,
bro.
I
Like,
think a month from now, I'll look back and like have fond memories of this playoffs of this season. But nigga, the end is always gonna be it's always gonna be hurtful. So it's always gonna be something that makes you sad. So really, I think I've shifted my mind towards the draft. You know what I'm saying? Expect some draft content coming up. You know what I'm saying? Profile on Scoot probably in the next 2 days.
Hey.
That's where I'm at, bro. That's where I'm at, bro. We on to content creation. You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
don't worry, gang. At least y'all got a game. You feel
And
me?
then yeah, I mean it's whatever for like nigga we're the 8 seed, dog. I can't. I like, but then it sounds like I'm being a bitch. Like, oh damn, you're on some. At least we made it. Shit. I'm not on that. Like, I'm very clearly
Actually,
sad.
I want to ask you this question before we move on to someone else. How does it? And I'm not trying to be a dickhead, but I'm genuinely asking.
How does it get better from here
No,
for
no, no, no,
us?
no. I'm asking, how does it feel to always feel like y'all are genuinely just one piece away from winning a championship?
How does it feels? Damn, bro. Because I don't even feel like at this point I don't even feel like it's one piece. It's just good basketball players. Like can we get good basketball players around 22 and 13? Like this was a cool run, but these niggas suck, dude.
You don't
And
think
that's
if you had a genuine like shot curator from
it would
three,
yeah it would help
yeah, I
yeah
mean,
for
yeah, that's
sure.
what I'm saying. I think especially in the
I mean
series like
that's what
this.
I mean, that's what I think. That's. But there's another thing when it comes to delusion, bro. My fan base is so convinced that Hero is that nigga. He will never in his life be that nigga. Like I hate to break it to any other Heat fans in here, but that nigga from here is probably a plateau, bro.
I
It's a
was told
plateau.
that he
It's
could
a
choose the
plateau
series if
before
he
the
came back.
decline. Your pool sucks too, KB. Get off dick.
No, but
Either
I'm
way,
not even
Oh
saying that to
man.
hate. Like
you know
genuinely.
what it
Like
was about, dude. I know
no,
what
no,
it
no,
was
no,
about.
no. I swear to God. I was just told like that. That's what I was saying. Out
Genuinely,
loud.
Austin Reeves is so much better than Hero, bro. Like dead ass. Like not
He's
even
better. He's better than Poole too, man. Don't worry.
not even on no show shit. But I think
I don't even believe that shit.
we
Never mind.
have
How I said that.
we have pick 17. We have Hero and we have our 26 and 28. So I don't know, man. I don't know what that gets you, bro. I don't know what that gets you, but whatever it does, please look for any deal to get like another star creator, bro. Because wait, I think Spo is a defensive genius. You know what I'm saying? He makes stuff work, and I think Jimmy and Bam just reinforce that. But it's clear that like those two just work best off of creation. Like those two work best off of somebody that's a little bit better than them. And nigga, we made it. This is not, you know what I'm saying, room for okay, we're good enough to just go into next season and like we did that this year and it was like the worst regular season of like in the Jimmy Bam era. So I just want to see improvement. I just want to see like actively going out and like making changes and looking for good basketball players. And I mean, hopefully we don't keep pick 18, but if we do, you know what I'm saying, I want to see a good fucking draft selection. We haven't had a first round pick in well, I mean, a good one in a minute since Hero, basically. But yeah, I mean, I love you guys. I love all you guys, man. Goods,
This
I
nigga
love
said,
you,
"I
man.
love you."
KB, I love you, low. You cool. I mean, I fuck with you.
Wow.
Love you too, bro. Love you
I'm
too,
just
bro.
playing with you,
Love
twin.
you
I'm just
too,
playing
Eli.
with you. But yeah, bro, like, damn, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Remember when you bought me a mic, bro? Those were good times, bro. You gotta reminisce on the good times, bro. Damn, but then I broke it. I can't even do that. I'm not gonna lie, that's tough,
Oh
bro.
my god.
Damn, what's a good time, bro? Lo, you going to summer league?
I might actually.
Yeah, bro. Okay.
Don't troll, bro. Me and NMZ are about trying to
I
go.
mean, it's
Nah,
Scoot and Wimby. I definitely want to see them.
my
Eli
great
told me about it. I might go,
yo,
bro.
my pops, yo,
Yo, Twitter niggas pull up. Let's
Twitter
link
yo,
up,
my
niggas
bro.
pop, my
unite.
pops, my pops Zell me.
Get that.
My pop Zell me 550, dog, man. You know what I'm saying? I got enough in the
That's
savings,
not
bro.
enough to
Shit to
get to
Vegas.
Vegas, nigga.
I said I
I
got
told
enough
him
in the
Vegas, like
savings, nigga. I got enough in the savings, you know what I'm saying? Combined with that, man, it's in the
Hey,
works.
nigga, let me know, bro. I'll put my
you
ticket
need to
right
get a
now.
hotel unless you trying to get a B&B or something, but you need to get a hotel that's gonna run you.
One nigga getting a B&B is crazy.
That's what I.
Which
That's
one
that's
would
what
you
I'm
Bro,
gonna
do?
do.
that's why I say correlate with
Which
niggas
one
to
would
see
be
if they
cheap?
like,
Damn, let me crash, lud.
No way.
Me crash
Hell
is
no
crazy.
way. Hold on, wait.
Get a B&B for the Twitter niggas, lud. What we doing,
Absolutely
gang?
not, nigga. A Twitter
Yo, a Twitter
a
house?
Twitter nigga house is crazy, bro. Come on.
nah, Twitter nigga house is not the
Yo, a
rave,
Twitter
Twitter,
bro.
house is
I'm not
yo,
gonna
crazy.
Twitter
lie.
space hype
Hey,
house is crazy, dog.
Pop. Wait, I
That's
want to hear another
crazy.
Miami Heat fan before we get into everybody else. Pop Mercy, what are your
Damn, bro.
thoughts, man?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Honestly,
Y'all niggas
dog.
depressed.
First, yeah.
I don't know why neither. Like,
Hey, nah. I'm not even gonna lie. I seen. First of all, I should have turned off the game when KCP hit that three. When I saw Bruce Brown hit that last three, I definitely turned off the TV.
Damn, I ain't see it. I turned it off after the KCP.
Yeah, nah. I tried to hold on because I seen Duncan Robinson trying to play hero ball again, and I thought he was gonna get back within 9, but then Bruce Brown stretched it out to like 20 or 21. I was like, yeah, this shit's over. So we just got to give Jokic a whole lot of respect. He didn't even have a good game, like everybody been saying, but he just found a way to win. He was in foul trouble pretty much from the end of the third quarter, and it's just. I thought when he came off the court that we would possibly have some sort of advantage, but them motherfuckers play so hard, dog. We are equal to them in execution, I feel like, and that just gives them opportunity to show how much more talent they have on the court. Like, legit, the fact that Murray don't have an All-Star is really just because of his injuries. He should have had an All-Star appearance, and that's like one of the craziest things. That's like I saw that today. I was like, damn, he really don't got a fucking All-Star.
Now we just lying to meet much. It's whatever, bro.
But
Damn, bro.
Wait,
as far as
was this nigga
the one
All-Star
piece,
this year?
nah,
Nope.
Okay,
I think
he
he
deserved.
didn't even play no
He
games.
deserved to be one 2021.
Yeah, but as far as being one piece
Alrighty,
away,
then it's not just because of injuries, dumbass. What the fuck?
Oh,
My bad. I'm sorry.
you know he's a Heat fan, right?
That was me. I didn't mean to call you a dumbass.
yeah, I'm a Heat fan.
He didn't.
So anyway,
but that's kind of a crazy statement, dude, and it's wrong. You
I
don't
mean,
gotta
he been in the league for what, 6 years and was injured for the last two. So
and he wasn't that good for 4 to garner an All-Star selection. So
I don't know. He's still young.
yeah, I mean he can get some, but he hasn't deserved any so far. So.
Anyway, as far as being one piece away, I don't feel like we've ever been one piece away. We have not missed the playoffs since like 2015, and we barely missed the playoffs in 2015. Like, I feel like we've always been around the playoffs, but like finding a way to get to the finals like we did in bubble year and this year, it's really just because we stay in like games, and we try to stay in games with this series, but obviously, like I said, the execution is about equal on both sides, and they just have more talent than us. It's kudos to Mike Malone keeping them in the game and making sure they don't break down like the other teams that we played. But I just want to know, like, after the Nuggets, obviously, get it done either this game coming up or next game, what is it looking like in the West for them? Because like they really, the Warriors are having their troubles. The Lakers came on pretty strong at the end of the season, but what's going on with LeBron? The Grizzlies kind of falling apart with the whole Ja stuff.
We are
even when Ja was there, they never really had it together. Look,
the Pelicans kind of falling apart.
Oh man, now Zion's just falling apart. Look,
when did they have it together?
Hey, I respect his game.
I'm just trying to figure out who's going to challenge these.
Don't worry, SGA and Chet on to the rescue, everybody.
Nigga, you're a Clippers fan, bro.
SGA, J-Dub, Chet,
honestly, the West is getting a lot weaker.
Realistically speaking, who can challenge them?
Long term, that is the answer, though.
I was just about to say that. Ironically enough, long term, it actually is OKC. It's not. I don't think it's. I mean, you can say another year the Warriors, but long term, because I do think the Warriors will be relevant for a much longer period in time than a lot of other teams. It's either the Mavericks make one of the craziest trades in NBA history, and they actually build a competent unit around Luka, or it's the Thunder. It's one of the two.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. It's the Grizzlies. I think the Grizzlies match up the best.
Please stop.
I really think they do.
They got.
I think you can.
They got a. I mean, I think honestly, it really depends on where you think Ja is heading. Like, what trajectory you think he's on.
I think he's heading to jail.
I was just about to say that.
Best case snenario.
Nah,
even when he does play.
Wait, but like, not on no trolling shit. How good do y'all think he's gonna be?
Realistically speaking, I can't imagine him getting significantly better than he is right now. Maybe a set shot 3-point shooter. But I don't ever see him being like the way that he just attacks the basket. I don't ever see him being like a competent like guy who can shift gears in the in between games. Be a competent mid range shooter enough to really keep the defense honest.
Bro, in a few years, Ja could be a top 10 player.
No,
in a few years.
Cannot.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. But if you really think about it, there's some guys on their way out, bro.
Yeah, and if you really think about it, there's players that's coming up. So what are we saying?
Name the players coming up. Other than Ant and
Ant and Shea alone is enough.
Yeah.
If you ask me, Shea already in the top 10, but I'm just
Yeah.
Shea's not. She's not in the top 10.
Wait. How much? Okay, so
I
I
wouldn't
still
be
hold this
surprised if Scoot
opinion.
and Wimby get to the top 10 before this nigga.
If
Oh, chill.
wait,
chill.
wait. So how much, like, down the road, right? Especially if they can get a cat trade, which is the rumors are bubbling. Are the Timberwolves not a player with J Mac and Ant? How good do y'all think they are? Like,
Well, I don't
long-term?
know what did they get for really Towns. I don't know what they get for Towns because that team. Sure, you could say that team is close. I don't know what Towns' trade value is in a market where the new CBA is kicking in and he's getting paid way too much money because realistically speaking, in a hierarchy of players, he's not one of the players that should be receiving a max. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if you've done this recently, Eli. I've made like 3 or 4 top 25 to 30 players lists in the past like week or two, and I have not brought up Cat's name. Like I don't even know if Towns is like a top 30.
I'm not gonna lie. Does he? I don't know if I'm thinking about bringing his name up until like 35.
That's what I was just about to say. I don't even know if Towns is like a top 35 player in this association.
You for real? Y'all, bro, just last year he was top 20.
Yeah, last year. Who when?
I think he's top 30 for real.
Wait,
35, 36.
Let me not agree to that. Hold on.
I'm gonna need you to name the 20 players.
Hold on.
I'm gonna need you to name that 20. Dang.
Let me not agree to that at all, bro.
Hold on, bro.
Yeah.
Top 20? Yeah.
He gotta be.
Hold on, wait. Y'all gotta put brakes on that shit, bro.
Are you serious?
Yeah, 35, 36, Eli?
Yes.
What?
Bro.
Y'all don't fuck with Kitty Cat?
Pause.
Yeah, wait. Real shit. I'm gonna say this, right?
Good, you gotta be trolling, bro.
Cat is in the 35, 36 range,
Yes,
bro.
Yes.
Nate, I need a top 20 from you niggas, right? Matter of fact,
right
top
now.
25.
I'm gonna say
right
I
now.
can do it right now.
Okay, go ahead, Lo. I need to hear it, bro.
I'm
I
taking
can name
Bam over Cat
29
too.
top.
Yeah.
Wait. Wait.
Go ahead, go.
Let me have. All right. So obviously Jokic, nigga. Giannis.
Oh, I can name it real.
Steph.
I can name it real quick, like literally real quick. I'm looking at the.
Oh,
I'm literally
good.
looking at the list right now.
He got his list right now.
Bro, this is a rhetorical thing, bro. Like, come on, man. We all know this. This nigga Goods. Come on, man.
Was it?
Nigga, what you mean we all know this? Bro, go ahead. Go ahead. I need to hear this.
Jokic, Steph, Giannis, Luka, Embiid, Kawhi, KD, LeBron, AD, Butler, Tatum, Dame, Mitchell, SGA, D-Book, Harden, Fox, Kyrie, Trey, Ja, Levine, Siakam, Ant, B.I., Beal.
Beal? I don't know about Beal.
Beal, yeah, buddy.
Right,
You're gonna have to talk to me about that
fine.
one.
Even if he didn't, Triple J.
Yeah, that's already like 24.
Brunson, Triple J,
Zion.
Bam, Jamal Murray.
Brunson just took that jump like that? Like he's just there already.
Yeah.
Nigga, we named more than 20, by the way.
Yeah, he did.
Nigga, Paul George.
I don't know.
Bro, that was like 24,
Jaylen
25. Bro.
Oh yeah, I didn't say Jaylen Brown. I didn't say Zion, but
Paul George.
I didn't say Paul George either. Like there's names I also just didn't say.
That's like 27.
Bro, I need a list from 1 through, like, you got to give me a correct list.
Nigga, I just
1 through 25.
Even if you take even if you take away something.
Hey, bro, he's playing dumb, bro. He's trolling.
I'm about to say, bro. Even if you take away some of the names, even if you take away some of the names, there's still names I did not say that are better than Cat.
Cat 35.
Did you even say
36.
LeBron?
I said LeBron. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie. For the next 3 years, Good. This might hurt your feelings.
Goods. That doesn't mean it's a knock. That just means our league is good. There's a lot of.
In the next 3 years, Goods. Watch this.
Nah, because a player goes from top 20
he wasn't
to
top 20.
35, 36.
He was not
bro,
top
yes, he
20.
was last year. Yes.
The nigga, he was not top 20. Fuck.
Oh, you didn't say Ant-Man.
I'm not gonna lie.
Ant-Man.
I'm not gonna lie, Goods. I'm a pro Cat nigga too, but he was pretty shit this year, dude. Like on both.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Goods. In the next 3 years, Chet gonna be better than him and Lauri Markkanen, nigga. And Lauri Markkanen.
I already think Lauri is
better.
Nigga, why are you saying he's top 20? What are you, bro?
Yo, Goods, aren't you pro Lauri?
Yeah, bro, I think Lauri is better than that nigga, bro.
Then why are you asking if he's top 20?
So
bro?
where do you?
It just sounds, bro.
See what I'm saying, bro?
Let me just talk to y'all real quick.
Like top 15, no bullshit.
It sounds.
Who said that?
Hey, listen.
These Westbrook niggas, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
Bro, what the fuck you mean by
Okay,
Westbrook niggas, bro?
okay.
Y'all IQ not
You
there,
know what
bro.
he means. You don't know ball.
Clown ass nigga.
Niggas have no IQ, bro.
Clown ass.
Oh my god.
Yo,
You already know what
chill.
this
That
is
was
now
me, by
about
the
to
way.
turn into.
I wish there was clown emojis, bro.
Why is this Jason Maple nigga? Why is he posting every?
Posting
He
every
must got
what?
a call. He must got a call.
Bro, we dead can't hear you.
No. What is the mute is like lagging.
Oh, okay.
It's like Elon needs to fix it. It happens in every space. But why is this nigga posting every? He's like raised by fire, nigga. It is like an NBA player in an AAU jersey. Like every fucking NBA player other than the African niggas didn't play AAU. Like he's trying to get this shit off. Like, look, bro. I mean, AAU clearly works just because every NBA player did it, bro. Like,
wait. Where is this at? Let me see.
Nah, go look
at Jason Maples.
Yeah, you gotta sound what you talking about, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. Good. It's not. It's.
If you think Lauri Markkanen is better than Cat's like not even top 40, bro. Let's say that.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Let me tell y'all why I was disagreeing because it just sounds crazy. Like a player like Karl Anthony Towns, probably the best shooting big man. Like is out. Well, he's not no more.
What does that have to do with me?
Nah, he still is.
No, he's not.
I think Lauri's.
I mean,
Lauri's better. Jokic.
I think Jokic and Lauri got this nigga right now.
Oh,
yeah.
wait. Okay, wait. Why? What is that? What?
Lauri is not a center.
What else does he do? What else?
Nigga, he's a big man.
Big man.
Bro.
Hold up. He's 7 foot.
What else?
And Cat's not a center either. Nigga.
What else does he? What else does he do that makes? Because I mean, that's not enough to be a top 20 player in this association. I'm sorry. Oh man, good.
Yeah, you got me. You got me.
You got me, even know the follow-up.
You got me, buddy. You got me. Got nothing to say.
So to answer the question,
I'm not gonna lie. If I wanted to win, I'm taking Brook Lopez over Cat, bro.
Right.
Cat,
so
Cat, bro.
So to answer the initial question, like who's like in any, I don't think there's really any team in the West that I can definitively say can beat them. I think the Warriors for the next season has the best option, but realistically speaking, I mean, I think we all know the best way to really exploit this team is to make Jokic just work as much as he can defensively, and there's not that many teams that have the personnel, and the teams that do are
especially in the West.
Yeah, specifically in the West. The teams that do are the Warriors with Curry, and that's why I said them. Luka and the Mavs, but they didn't even make the playoffs this year. SGA and OKC, which is why I said long term. And then I guess if Dame in Portland, but they're not a playoff team.
Damn.
So
I hate that
Sacramento not even in a
I know the reason why I don't think Sacramento is because I think they will play them similar to what we're saying right now. Not saying that De'Aaron Fox isn't better rim pressure than Jimmy Butler, but it will be a lot of under screens. It will be a lot of helping off of Sabonis. It will be that's what it would be. It would be a lot of two-man action that can't really work. Now, to be fair, if Kevin Huerter shows up and he knocks down his threes, that action will definitely put Jokic in a bind. But
yo, fuck all that, bro. You see the picture of Luka with a fan? Yo, that nigga lost weight, bro. The league is finished. I'll be honest, bro. He's come back.
Well, he has to start moving. He has to start moving off ball.
Nigga, he'll be smoking hookah with his bitch.
We do this every
What are y'all doing, bro?
Where's your bitch? Good.
I am.
Damn.
But long story.
She's home right now, bro.
Sacramento might have I guess the personnel, but also defensively they're dog shit. I don't think they can. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'll say this as well. Shout out to I didn't know this until KB said, and I went to go look it up further. They have a offensive rating of 120 in the postseason. I actually like this as well because I haven't asked them this either. And sorry for anybody else who hasn't got it.
Who are we talking about? Sacramento or
no. What you call it? The Nuggets. Eli, do you think the way that they coach? Do you think the way that Mike Malone coaches the Nuggets? Do you think it's meant to optimize efficiency or optimize counters?
I don't. You said what? Counters,
right? Okay. Because the way that their coach is meant to optimize counters, or the way they just play offense is meant to optimize counters.
But I feel like the Nuggets are a team where like the Nuggets, they have some of their favorite sets, but they're not really a team that's like the Nuggets are bad timing, my nigga. That shit wasn't.
The fuck?
That shit wasn't funny, dog. You gotta get back in the lab. But anyway, the Nuggets are the type of
Get back in the lab.
the Nuggets
crazy.
are. I feel like the Nuggets are the type of team where they have some of their favorite sets, but they're not a team that really, at least in the half court spams actions that they really like. It's a lot of it is really like, we're gonna give Jokic a down screen. We want to get Jokic a post up. We want to get Jokic a look at the elbow, and we're working off of his greatness. And then from there, like his brain is the counter. You know, in the same way that like.
But wait, no. That's not my. You're saying it, but the question I'm asking is, if the way that they optimize their offense is based off of counters instead of efficiency, how can you gauge Jokic as an all-time offensive player if he never leads an all-time offense? How will you do that?
What is their offensive rating right now?
What are you
now? So that was a conversation that Mars and I had. Is that in the postseason actually they do have an all-time offensive rating?
Do they?
Because offensively, it's right now. It's at one.
Taking my credit.
It's plus.
Stop.
What is
the
it?
Nuggets?
No. We've had this conversation weeks ago. The Nuggets have an all-time offense right now. They have an offensive rating of 120 in the postseason.
That's it. Relative to opponent, that's all time for a single run.
Even against
like the highest ever is like plus 13, dude. I think they're like.
I mean, when your best player
right now, I think they're plus 8 though.
That's really good.
That's
but that's
all
not
time.
Like.
Is that not?
That's not all time.
My nigga, there's not. No, I
got a random question. Y'all think this is like I've been hearing this around.
But I think
y'all think this is a top?
I think that's a really interesting point. I think I'm gonna ask HV about that. See how he feels about that.
Cool. Y'all think Jokic this is a top 5 NBA Finals performance by a superstar?
No.
Nah, but
top of all time.
All time, yeah.
Probably not. No.
I've been seeing that on my timeline.
It's really good
disgusted.
though.
No,
he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything poor other than Game 3. Wasn't anything crazy.
But
to be honest.
I think damn, bro.
Thank y'all.
I think
Would you see what I'm saying though?
I think Jokic will probably, and this is no disrespect to Jamal or even like, well, damn.
You about to say the same thing that everybody that I've asked this question to. I think you're about to say it.
I feel like
say what you about
the reason they're not like the offense might not ever hit like plus 11, plus 12 the way that like the Showtime Lakers did, or the 17 Warriors and the 17 Cavs did in the playoffs, is because I think that like offensive efficiency and like offensive potence and how much value an individual offensive player can have is a little bit more limited in an area that enhances offense as much as this era does. But the secondary reason is that I think because the league parity like I just described will probably lead to Jokic having a really illustrious career in terms of winning. But the fact that there's not really as much star power, there's not really as much, like, it is a well-oiled machine, and it runs really well, and they have a bunch of shooters, guys that are comfortable running DHOs, and have the best screener and the best playmaker out of the elbow, and best screener in the league, best playmaker from the 5-man position ever, probably second best 5-man shooter ever. So like stuff like they're going to generate really crazy offense, but they don't necessarily, like, Jamal is a really good release valve. He's not top tier.
He's not Kareem or KD.
Yeah.
And that's what we said. That's what we said, that Jamal as an offensive weapon is just not sound enough to really kind of.
Because even right now, I think that his passing is good, but like, I think some of the reason that like when Swiper loves posting like his box score and like where it ranks all the time, but like I think we all can acknowledge like stat inflation is a thing, and Jamal's like what 27 league average efficiency, like the passing is. I'm not gonna. Jaylen Brown can't touch these passing numbers, but these are Jaylen Brown ass scoring numbers, and that's cool, that's good, but like that's not some of the other secondary guys on all time offenses, and they're not schematically so far ahead, or like their shot profile isn't so drastically different as the rest of the league in a way that like the 17 Cavs were. Or
all right, so we said the same thing. Yeah. Everybody came to the same conclusion. Okay,
right. But what I will say about that, necessarily. The 17 Cavs, the Warriors and the dynasty years, they all were really good execution wise, and efficient, but in a way that is not really sustainable. Like the sustainability of what the Nuggets are doing, they're a little bit more balanced, especially with Jokic running the show, just because of his efficiency as a player. Kind of tempers how Murray can be a little bit inconsistent, Porter can be a little bit inconsistent, and bad shooting is always gonna be taken back a little bit when you have that kind of efficient player on the court. And the potency part about that, especially with the Warriors, they were just drowning people in crazy shooting numbers that we probably are never going to see again. And this is more of like a steady kind of diet of balance. Some in the paint, some in the three, but they really just get it done from everywhere, and they're a little bit more efficient rather than explosive.
I mean,
and that's probably why you're not seeing like the high legacy all-time offensive numbers, because they are more kind of like a balanced offense, and they don't have like the ceiling of a 17 Warriors, but they are really good and really solid.
Yeah, that's basically the conclusion. That I mean, everybody, literally everything y'all said is the same conversation we had before, which I don't think that Jokic should be knocked for it. So when we had these all-time discussions, which obviously will really start to pick up in the next 3 or 4 days, I think that we're like the conversation around it, and which is why I always kind of viewed the concept of like leading or anchoring offense and defense is semi-flawed, just because of like certain things that have happened. And Jokic, as great as he is as an individual player, which I think to an extent he is, I think he is a bit ahead of the curve, or at least he has a massive advantage, which normally occurs anyway in NBA history, where the best offensive player has like this noticeable advantage that everybody else in the league really can't keep up with. Curry in that level of 3-point shooting was much ahead of his time. The level of floor spacing and playmaking from Steve Nash at that time in NBA history, Shaq in his size, Jordan in his athleticism, et cetera, et cetera. But the problem is that a lot of those teams still maximize, or at least were also leaps and heads above everyone else in terms of shot profile for efficiency, where the Nuggets are just not that. Like the Nuggets are not like a crazy volume 3-point shooting team, nor accuracy either when I look in the regular season. And like in today's league, it's like almost impossible to be high if you're not taking a lot of threes and making them at a substantial amount of rate. However, from Jokic, from an individual standpoint, I mean, like tonight is a perfect example of like this might have been his worst game. This might have been the worst game I've seen from Jokic in like 2 playoff series. And
I think it's the worst game of the run.
I said 2.
What did he have tonight, by any chance?
He didn't really score particularly well. He wasn't like the playmaking and the passing.
I watched the game at the third quarter from that point on.
The boards weren't there. He was in foul trouble.
Yeah, he had 20.
He wasn't finishing.
He wasn't finishing shots that he normally finished. He had 23, 12, and 4 assists. MPJ could have got him probably more. Assists. But I think the passing and playmaking was fine. But yeah, the finishing at the rim was just not there. And then also, I mean, he got in foul trouble. So, I mean, there was some positives defensively, but all around
the fact that MPJ only played 22 minutes.
Yeah, MPJ is also pretty bad. But I think
that's been like for the last few games.
Yeah,
for the last 2 games.
He's definitely not in favor of Coach Malone right now because he keeps.
Wait, but Lo, you're supposed to
with MPJ.
If you shut down Jokic's assists, that's how you beat them.
Yeah, no, that's just a dumb argument.
Bro, people got to stop with that.
Bo pointed that out. That
shit is funny as hell, bro.
And it's got to say NMD because he said it. Now that's what I was about to say. It is the worst. It was the worst game since the last game in the Minnesota series, where he was just he was also missing shots. But so for him to have his worst game, but I still think like overall, offensively, he was like the things that like just the way that, and it's not even really, it's not statistics. It's more so about
the screening,
and how the defense just reacts to him being on the floor and how they just panic when he has a ball and he flashes near the elbow. I mean, I'm not saying it's the same thing. I know some Warrior fans are in here, but it's very similar to when Curry would get the ball and teams would just panic because they had no idea what to do when they had the big trying to help out at the top, and now you're kind of just stuck. It's a similar thing when
you're talking about gravity.
Yeah, it's more. I think it's more than. I think it has more so to do with the lack of personnel. Like it's just not. There's not enough personnel in the league to really like defend him, and so now teams go out of their way to do extra things that they normally wouldn't do, where they haven't even really practiced defensively, to try to keep up. But you start to just realize quickly, like you just don't have the personnel to do it. And so similar to Curry, where Curry would like get high screens, and then it's like bigs at that time in 2015 were just not prepared to defend out in that space. And the same thing with Nash in the space that he had out there. Like at that time, they were running two bigs, and then two bigs was being ran throughout the league. Sean Marion is like near baseline, kind of spacing out the floor, and Amari Stoudemire is like rim running to the basket after the screen, and teams are just not prepared for that. They didn't have the personnel for it. And then Michael Jordan is just like Michael and LeBron are just like bigger, stronger, more athletic than every other wing that's out in the league at the time. But
what's the personnel that you think is gonna be able to guard? Like I feel like the only like team capable per se would probably be like I want to say the Grizzlies, but then I'm thinking of how like the Nuggets would attack Steven Adams in the space, and it's just so hard to guard these niggas. I don't know.
It would be Milwaukee if Brook can stay healthy or look good for another season.
But when I looked at like even the game, because I don't want to complain.
I remember Jokic made Brook Lopez look crazy out there. I remember that.
Yeah, he made him goofy.
Yeah,
like it was bad. So I don't know. It's just tough. If it's not Milwaukee, then who else? Like,
I don't really think there's. Go ahead, Eli.
I don't want to. I know we're on the Jokic side, but I do want to before I go or we had the court or I don't know. I think. Sorry, I think I read something. It was funny. I think what I want from this all season, obviously, I want external improvement, but I also want internal improvement from 13 because and it's not because like I'm disappointed in him or anything. It's really because he's hitting that age where guys start to hit their prime, they start to peak, and I really do like there's like really just like biomechanical tweaks that could make him one of the 15 to 20 or well I think I have
who you talk about
like 15 best players.
Damn.
Talking about Idris. I think contact balance is something that we have to work on. I don't necessarily know if it's a bulk up, but more so functional strength offensively. It's something that we got to get in the gym and we got to fix. And I think Idris is the type of guy that takes it personal.
For sure. I think there's definitely room for improvement. I think he'll take it serious.
And he's only 25. So
Eli.
Next year though, I want to see a step from him, the same way that we saw one from like the bubble year to the next year. We've got little incremental improvements, but I want to see a real step.
If he carries his aggression from this series to the next season, I won't say I'm gonna be satisfied with it, but because he's definitely been attacking a little bit more. Like obviously we needed it, but I'm gonna need some of those to go in as well.
All I need from this guy is better touch around the rim, bro. Like if he develops better touch around the rim, where he's able to have a consistent floater, or even like it doesn't have to be like wild.
He led the league on like those type of shots, though, dude. You can't live.
I was about to say that's pretty good.
You can't live on those, bro. Those are inefficient, dog.
But
I was gonna say, y'all think Jimmy Butler over dribbling?
60% of them all. Let's go.
You hear me, Eli?
What
you think Jimmy Butler be over dribbling? Today I was like watching him just over dribble, man, like doing too much, pounding the ball on the rocks on the floor.
I think he was more so probing. They created some chances for Bam on the rolls. They don't really have like great chemistry in pick and roll, but I think today was one of their better days in terms of that.
I think the one thing that and again this is where the execution just comes, where it's just better executing from this team, is I agree. I think Jimmy was always doing this in other series. The difference is that opposing teams, especially Boston, they were just helping way too much. And as you see, especially when Aaron Gordon is defending him, They've done a really good job of staying solid, staying down, and not helping and allowing Aaron Gordon and KCP at times with just staying solid on him. Even when Jamal Murray was down there, they were like, "Oh, we'll just live off of a Jimmy Butler too." And I think that is the most sound and smartest thing to do. And so I think what Bam was doing, not Bam, excuse me, what Jimmy was doing was just probing and kind of looking to see where did help came from. And once he realized the help didn't come, like the option kind of ran out. I think that's a big reason why MPJ is not playing anymore, because he was one of the biggest culprits of like overhelping. And then after game 2, KCP kind of cleaned up a lot of that. But yeah, I think he's been doing that almost every series except for New York. And the difference is just that, especially in the Boston series, that this is a team that's not going to help like that. I think that's the difference.
What'd you think about those non-Jokic minutes at the end? Because that shit was baffling to me, bro.
I thought, well, Bruce Brown had an amazing stretch during that time, and I think Jamal had a couple of plays where he looked solid playmaking. I think that's all he really needed to do was just get some quality looks. And Jeff Green knocked down the shot. Bruce Brown made his, and Aaron Gordon still stayed aggressive more or less. But I think what more so impressed me, because one thing I think that people don't want to admit it, but I think Jokic has been really good with making them trying to finish around length. And so as soon as he got off the floor and they still couldn't finish, Bam missing the bunny over KCP. I think Duncan also missed a layup as well. Once they were still struggling to do that, I thought, like, at that point, like, if you can't generate quality offense and you're still giving up points, like this, I mean, the game is just kind of done at that point.
Damn,
Bro,
bro.
this nigga Paul Pierce tweeted Jamal Murray's the best point guard in the
KB,
league.
I just saw that, bro. He's actually just nuts.
Bro, he's gonna get the.
Bro, y'all gotta stop taking
Niggas
it.
don't remember it, bro. Niggas don't remember the 2016 Kyrie
Oh
Discord.
yeah, for
dog.
sure,
He
for sure.
Oh,
He gonna
man, I
get that
forgot
same
about that. Jesus.
He gonna get that same little boost, bro. But
Nah, tweeting that after 5 for 17
Nigga,
is
if you put
crazy.
Ant in the situation, he's doing the same thing Jamal's doing,
Exactly.
bro. I don't like. Are we serious, bro?
I think damn.
Hey, but he's
bro,
better than Penny Hardaway, so like, can't say much.
this is tough. I think I'm trying to think of just like pathways, bro. Pathways to improvement, pathways to being better than a team like this. And damn, bro. Fuck, it sucks. It's like, cause it's like a nigga like Duncan, right? I fuck with Duncan, but like 20 million is crazy. I wish you would like restructure contracts in the NBA, like you can in the NFL. That's something they should have added in the CBA, like being able to like put money down the line. Like imagine if we could just spread Duncan's little.
Yo, Lil B,
Yeah,
just
that's
called the
crazy.
Nuggets some modern day Spurs,
Yeah,
bro.
He's just I don't even know what that means. They don't.
I
Pay
don't know what that means either. I just don't.
I want a space.
You trying to say they play white boy basketball, bro? You know what he
we need
by
a
that,
space
bro.
with that nigga, bro. And we need a space with that.
I don't
You know
think
how
we do
these
it
niggas
again.
think, bro. Come on, man.
I don't think that we do with BDS again. I think we had that moment and it was a.
Now we need a part 2, Eli. No cap.
I don't
Oh,
think. I
y'all
don't know
had a
what we're
space with him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got a
yeah.
space.
I don't know what we're gonna learn though. He's just gonna say the same shit. Like he's going to use the same 4 phrases over and over and over again and get this. I'm not even trying to dick eat him, bro. But like, nigga's just a repetitive ass nigga, bro. Like he got a formula right now. He gonna use it, bro. Every other tweet he gonna say, fucking hooper or killer or like overuse the word pivots. I just don't. I don't like that nigga's
I think
brand.
that nigga's favorite word
Yo,
is
will
pure.
Tyler Hero play Game 5?
What's his favorite word, KB?
What
I don't
the
even think
hell,
it matters.
Tyler Hero? Oh man,
We don't.
That purest word is crazy for him, though. He loves that word.
Yo, KB, in a world where Klay Thompson played like an NBA player, and we played the Nuggets, what you think would happen?
Probably that series probably go 7 games. I'm not gonna lie.
I think a better question
how
is
long?
Bro, people call me
long
crazy.
series.
Like, I really think we
Eli,
could.
I heard that too.
And it's not because of Klay.
This nigga trolling.
Right.
It's not because
Think
of
you could
Klay.
go 7
He
games
said
with
10
who?
games.
The Nuggets.
The
I don't know
Nuggets.
how that's far fetched.
What, in 2023?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said 10 games though, bro.
You
I
niggas could
said
go 10.
7 games.
You
I
niggas
said
could go
it was
7
Yeah,
games.
10, my guy.
Yeah, you're losing me.
Bro, I don't think people understand how bad of a matchup the Lakers. Like, in before it looked like a better matchup for us, but at the moment, when like we were just outmatched, outsized.
Not really. You just couldn't
Bro,
hit.
you're outmatched and outsized against the Nuggets, bro.
But
You legit could
This guy
not
the
Jimmy
hit, bro.
Butler
the
throwing
Lakers,
Yo,
under the
cause
the
rug,
I
bro.
feel
Lakers
like as if
dictated.
No
we don't.
noise.
I can't.
Oh, you're gonna
Alright.
talk about guarding Steph is a little bit different with Jokic and that. Yeah, I understand.
Jimmy
Nigga.
ain't getting
Fuck
no
out of
slander,
here.
Yes,
bro.
nigga, because you know why? Because every time niggas bring up the example of pull-up shooters, who's the first nigga to come up off of a screen, nigga? There you go, bro. This is another GOAT level offensive player on the team on the other side of the court. It's obviously gonna be difficult for these niggas, dog. And you acting as if we don't move the ball around, acting like as if Jordan Poole didn't have the series of his life against Aaron Gordon frying that nigga on cross screen actions, bro. Like, are we serious? Come on, bro. It's a 7-game series. I'm not saying the Nuggets have no chance. They do. Come on, bro. Are we serious?
Nigga, that shit is 6 games. Nigga.
Nigga,
Don't jazz it.
Who's
he
Don't
really
talking?
think
jazz
this
it.
shit,
Who's
bro?
Do
This
talking?
not
nigga really,
jazz that shit,
bro. This
bro.
Step
nigga
out
really
team,
thinks
nigga.
2022
Who's
pool
talking right
and
now,
Bro,
them
bro?
niggas was
us
cheating.
Don't
saying
jazz
7.
that.
That shit will
Jordan Poole
never
Hey,
happen.
now.
KB,
Come
Nah,
on, bro. Be
bro.
KB,
real. Be real,
I'm
bro.
standing on that,
KB,
nigga.
bring me back up, bro.
Oh, you can't
Imagine
hear?
Jordan Poole now doing that.
Bro, us saying 7 games and you saying 6 games, literally fighting for scraps, bro. Like,
Bro, that's a
It's
whole game,
it's
bro.
a
That's a big
5-game
thing.
series, dog.
It's
I'm not.
not a 5-game
oh
series,
my
bro.
god.
Stop.
5 to 6. 5 to 6. That's
It's not a
yeah.
5.
That's not
Explain
it.
to me why I would go
We're
5
chatting.
games.
I'll give
You
Steph
can't.
6 since Steph is like the second best or third best player in the world right now.
Why
So.
would it go 5 games? Because Clay's just gonna miss open threes. That's your explanation.
I mean,
Like,
I
I
mean, I
mean,
mean, I
like,
Yeah,
mean,
I
yeah.
mean,
quite
like,
literally, that nigga playoff
I was
career,
listening
dog.
till
I
you said
mean.
that.
I don't know what to tell you, dog. That's literally
nah.
that's who he is.
Nah, bro. Clay
Yo,
broke me,
NMZ,
bro.
how you feeling
How many
today?
good games did Clay have in the playoffs?
Bro, he's a
Shit.
playoff dropper. I know that, but that's just
Never
not like
mind, NMZ. Don't answer
it's
me.
just that's a given. You feel me?
We've been knowing that before the playoffs started,
Yo, I
so
finally get to
There's
work.
not many players that aren't playoff
I
droppers.
finally
So
get to work on solely draft stuff, bro. I'm low key happy, bro. But
Eli, it's time to make the move, bro.
you
OKC, we
gonna
waiting
start
for you,
making
gang.
those trade boards, those trade tables.
Call me crazy. Okay,
for
she's gonna be a playoff team
yeah,
next year.
trade tables for the draft. You
You heard
could.
me, Goods?
Appreciate you, gang.
Okay,
We
she's gonna be a
waiting for you,
playoff team.
Eli.
You said what goods?
I said we waiting for you, bro. It's time to make the change. Make it before niggas say you a bandwagon and hopping on the
Nah,
train,
nah.
bro.
I
Come
support y'all
on,
though.
bro.
Y'all cool, but it's like I can't do that, bro. I've been a Heat fan since I was 4, dog. Like what I look like saying I'm an OKC fan. Or being the type of nigga to say, oh, I'm a fan of 2 teams. I hope I support y'all though, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got like four of my favorite
Yo,
players. So
Eli,
it's like,
would you rather go to the
what,
finals and
nigga?
lose like how you guys are losing, or lose like in the second round of the conference finals?
I'd rather go to the finals than this. I don't know what kind of question that is.
I'm just asking.
You said that's what?
He said you just asking.
I don't know what I was supposed to say. I would rather not
I mean,
as far as
you
you
guys are
can.
playing at an all-time level before. Like, man, Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, everybody. Y'all just dropped crazy. Jimmy Butler's not having those games like before. Must hurt to see.
I'm
Because some of
about to
these
wrap
games
up.
in reach, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just disappointed we're not going to see another like 40-point Jimmy Butler finals game. Like
I'm just glad
I
this
just
shit is
needed
over
one of
with.
those this series,
It was
and
a fluke, man. It was a fluke, man.
It's a fluke.
don't say
Yeah.
that.
A fluke happened 7 times. Get off dick, you fucking
I'm not
weirdo.
gonna lie, this is kind of sad though. Like when you really think about this shit, the finals really about to end in 5 games.
This shit
Nigga,
is
what did you
not.
expect?
This shit is
Miami.
not
No.
irrelevant, bro. This
I
shit is
picked Nuggets
not.
in 5 before the
But
series.
niggas, bro, I hate when niggas
It,
pretend like this shit is like irregular. Like this shit doesn't happen. Like
no,
sometimes this shit
I'm
be
not
No
even
one's
thinking
happening.
about
saying
it
it
like that.
doesn't happen.
Look
The
at
But
this
I'm
Cavs
nigga
finals.
Eli gets so defensive.
No, it does, bro. The fucking
When was the
Magic
last time
series
a finals
did. The
happened in
fuck.
5 games?
The,
Like, I swear.
Eli, y'all
what
had a great run. Beat the
you
Bucks,
said? When was the
Celtics.
last time a finals
Come
happened
on,
in
A
5
W happened in
games?
5. Oh,
Hey,
2018
man.
Warriors, right?
I know LeBron got swept, so I mean
Okay.
that's where.
yeah, Bron got swept. Jimmy didn't get swept. Simple as that, bro. Jimmy and
Mm,
Edwards. You feel me?
Jimmy ain't played the Warriors, though.
Like,
Damn.
that's why he's better than D
I'm not
Wade.
gonna lie.
Good
We were all
stuff.
calling the Suns trash, my nigga. Them niggas got 2
They gave him
games.
2. They gave him
Yeah,
2.
but the
Nigga,
other
it
games
was
But I'm
Chris
not gonna lie.
Bosh
They
and
gave him
Bay.
2, and that
It's
nigga
Devin Booker.
the other
Devin
games in
Booker
that
Nah,
had to
series were
turn into.
lopsided though.
we're
Devin
about to we're
Booker
about to
had to turn
see
into Jesus
we're
Christ,
about to see
nigga.
A
KD
couple
Yeah,
games.
fans
it
post
did.
it
It took Devin
and
Booker.
look stupid.
Devin Booker had to play like Jesus Christ himself just to get 2 games, bro. Come on, let's be honest.
But their losses
Yeah.
were super lopsided too.
Yeah, their losses were bad. That
I mean, they
last
got a
one was
game though.
crazy. They got 2 games though. Shout out to
2
them and
games.
Landry Shamet.
I ain't gonna lie.
You know?
Yeah, it's the more and more I think about it. Man, I don't want to like overreact and say like why can't they just repeat? But I think that like the way that the Nuggets kind of handled all these teams in the West, outside the Warriors, it does feel like they can
It
confidently.
was a pretty dominant
It
run.
was a pretty
It's gonna
dominant.
come down to
It's a
health,
pretty dominant.
like
Nah,
No, they
usual.
have a
like
good
there was
shot to
no
repeat
team.
though.
There was no team we thought. At least I thought that Denver could handle. So this seemed
A big thing
pretty
to watch
Listen,
convincing.
for
man,
is
I'm on.
Bruce's player option
If
if he
you
picks it up or
The team I expected to
hey yo,
challenge
B
them
told
was the
you,
Bucks though, and then they just got kicked out. So it's
I
like,
love you,
damn.
man.
Yo, NMZ.
NMZ, I love you, man. KB, I love you, man. Friday, you cool. B Souls, I love you, man.
damn, why is
You know what
Friday
I'm
No
just
saying?
cool?
way.
I love you guys, bro. I really
Yo,
do.
NMZ.
Yo, what's up?
But I gotta
Bro,
go, bro.
did that Bruce
All right,
Brown floater
Eli.
bring back memories, bro?
I'm not gonna
Nah,
be on this app for a
that
little minute, dog.
isolation step back he
No,
hit
Eli.
on Duncan was
No.
crazy.
I'm gonna make the occasional Jarris Walker tweet, but
Nigga, there's
I'm not
another
gonna be in
game.
spaces, dog.
There's another game, Eli.
I'm not gonna be in spaces
Playoff
until
Jimmy 3-1
a month
comeback.
from now, dude.
Come on,
He
come
said
on.
I'm not gonna be here.
Huh?
Eli. You gonna be you
Bro,
gonna be
it's crazy. These niggas not getting another
Yeah, they're
game,
not. This
bro.
shit's
Nah,
over.
Denver? Yeah,
It's
hell no. This shit
over,
over. This shit
man.
over.
Wrap it
Yeah,
up,
I
man.
need one for morale. I need one for morale. Just give
Just
me
one.
one.
If we do win, then I could possibly see Hero coming back in Game 6. But
Fuck
we
his
definitely not
ass,
active in
dude.
5.
Then you definitely
Does
losing if
he
Hero
know?
come back.
Heroes played his last game in a uniform, buddy.
Oh man.
I pray. I, I pray to Jesus. I pray to Jesus that nigga never
They
laces up.
gotta find a deal that includes him this summer to upgrade.
Yeah.
Go get a
Yo,
shot
NMZ,
Hey,
creator.
yo,
him and 2
who do you
first
think is
Eli,
a
round
Dame
likely
for
is on the way,
fucking Cat.
who
gang.
do you think is
Dame
a
on the
Cat.
likely
way, man.
target? Who do you think is a likely target?
Besides the names that we've been saying, like the Beals and Dames and all those guys.
Bill, be serious.
I don't
Dame is
want
a
none of them only because like
say a name though. Name
Yo,
they
Bill.
why
I
don't
do
don't
make
people
want
us
hate on
Bill.
they
Beal? Like,
don't
what's up,
take
bro?
us over the hump.
I love bro. I wanted Bill
That doesn't
before
address our biggest
he
need.
signed the fucking Supermax, dude. He's like the perfect Miami
Hey,
player.
Dame is on the way, bro.
But
Yo,
you
Trust me.
Beal,
But
Beal,
that
They
doesn't
figure that out.
Beal got
address
waived somehow. Would
our
you get
big
him?
man situation.
how do
That
we
doesn't.
make the Bill money work? Is it Duncan Tyler or Cal Tyler? What is it?
I think
Anything
Kyle
with
might have to
Duncan
go.
makes them look a little bit
I think
Huh?
better.
Kyle's expiring would have to be included. It's like 28 mil, right? Because
Yeah.
Beal is.
Damn,
I think
bro.
Beal's making 46 next
But
year.
I want that money. I want that money. I want that money off the books, dude. Like,
It would be one
I
of
mean,
Kyle or Tyler, one of those two.
nah, both of them got it. If it's gonna work, it has to be one of Tyler Duncan. One of it has to be Tyler alongside one of Duncan or Cal.
Duncan got to be included in it for money purposes.
Yo,
And
Duncan's
KB,
been
Kyle,
pretty good though. I
what
can't
you
lie.
think of the game today, big dog?
I
but
mean, yeah,
He's
Duncan's
been
been
showing me
he's
good.
been
something this
good,
playoffs
and that
beyond
just
just
makes him more
shooting.
valuable as a trade
His
You
prospect.
said
his
what?
defense was definitely disastrous in the fourth, but he's been
That
showing me
shit was
something
awful.
beyond just shooting offensively. He's been putting the ball
Yeah,
down,
he
being
can
able to
put
For
make
it up.
sure,
plays.
for sure.
Duncan
But
Robinson.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying Duncan because I don't want to keep him or anything. It's just like his money would have to be included, and also, I mean, 20 million is kind of crazy for a
I
specialist.
think the
Bro, if
cap goes
Duncan
up
was
9
making
million.
like,
So I think like
Huh?
over time that contract looks less and less worse. But I get what you're saying though.
Kyle
Yeah.
is the biggest
How do
the
we make?
fuck.
I'm just trying to see. How do we make this? Like, how do we make a name or build trade even work? Like, what would they? What? Like, are they okay with just two or three first round picks for Dame and like fucking Tyler Hero did?
Well,
I mean,
Nah,
the thing with
Splash.
the Dame,
nah, that shit
I don't
not
even think
happening.
they
the
really
thing
gonna
with the
try to get
Dame
rid of him
deal
either.
is you have
So,
to hope that the Blazers say we're gonna do right by our longtime franchise player and send him where he wants to go and maybe take a little bit less than he's truly worth. That's what you're banking on for a Dame deal. I
I
would just stay
think
away
that's
from
what
Beal
Chris Haynes.
personally. That's just me though.
That's what
Yeah,
Chris
especially
Haynes
since they got
I
reported.
that
don't
pick.
think he changes anything. Like
Other
he
than
doesn't.
other than those names, who's the target? Is Lord man
It's not
nigga
even about
get the
changing
Lord
nothing. I
deal?
think Beal's in street clothes by December.
Utah not giving Laurie up, bro.
That's
I don't think
that's
anything.
one part of it too. Because
That nigga not. Come on, dog. That nigga not untouchable.
Bro, for them in their minds, I don't think that nigga is like tradable for them right now, bro. I think that's who they're gonna like build everything around.
I don't know. There's just
Because
not
they
a lot
got
of shot
Kessler,
creators
they
out
got
there
Laurie.
for the taking right now.
I don't know.
Damn. So what you saying?
We
There's
just
It's a
need a
limited
premium
solid
man in
big.
the league.
limited path. So what you saying? There's limited pathways to improvement, dog. We're cooked.
Bulls
That's
got
what
to
you
find
saying?
one of them guys.
Hey, at least y'all beat them bum ass Celtics that
Yo,
have like
Dad.
the best
Yo,
roster.
Dad Howard, you are a Heat. Damn, bro, this shit sucks. Damn, I want to kill myself.
All right, bro. I gotta go live life, man.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, bro.
Cool ass.
Yo, shout out to y'all. I gotta show love to the community, bro. We did big things this year, man. The bag.
Yo, Lo, no cap, bro. After the season's over, you need to have a GDU space, dog. You know what I'm
That's a
saying? You need to
fact.
get
I want to say
something.
one thing before you end the space, low, because people are saying could the Nuggets repeat and all that, and I think they definitely can. The Bruce contract's one thing you got to watch for, obviously, if he opts in or opts out, because he's definitely worth more than $6 million if he opts out. But I'll say this: it's a lot different when you become the hunted as opposed to being a hunter. Now I'm not saying that teams are gonna have the Nuggets purely in mind with their roster construction, but you definitely got to put together a roster that can at least compete with these guys because they're gonna be one of the top seeds in the West, and in all likelihood, you got
Yo,
to see them to
NFC,
get through
don't
the
worry.
West.
But here, let me say this
Yo,
real quick.
NFC, we'll be back, big bro. Don't worry.
This is the
We'll be back,
reason
bro.
why I think that's very dangerous, though, because I think if you go back throughout NBA history, a lot of the adjustments that needed to be made was with personnel that was already in the league, right? So the way that you competed with the Warriors in some regards is just to go smaller, have more flexible lineups, power forwards moving down to centers, and small forwards going down to power forward position, just being more flexible in those regards and being accustomed to defending that far out. Um, with Jordan sending more double teams and being sound in those regards and making more of a passer. Not saying that they beat them, but I think you get what I'm saying in some regards. Even when it came to the what you call it, the Phoenix Suns in the mid 2000s, just like allowing Amari Stoudemire to just get off because you're going 2 for 2 instead of them getting a bunch of threes and you're only getting twos. The problem, though, in my opinion, is that a lot of the personnel that would allow you to compete with this team, the NBA has basically just shunned those players out of the league for the past 7 years now. Like, there aren't that many like bigs who are defensively coordinated that can kind of keep up with Jokic that also will not noticeably hurt you on the offensive side of the floor. And the league has not been preparing for a player like this. I remember,
And Adebayo is honestly one of those, and we see what's
yeah,
happening.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
probably
Adebayo
a better
and
matchup.
Jared.
Jared,
I'm about to say,
Giannis,
and
Bam. You
even
need a
the
special
ones
defensive front court piece.
And go
and,
Bear.
and even the ones that are in the league, Giannis. Jokic he's faced almost all of them, and he's looked fine against them in the postseason.
Well,
Yeah, I think
And don't worry,
yes,
Chet with the
Well,
best
but it's
timing is
not just
coming,
only
man. I'm
about
telling you.
defending Jokic though.
nigga
I think
said
you
Chet.
gotta
so
Fuck out of here, nigga.
Jokic gonna
Best
perform.
get
timing,
better on the
bro.
Put him
margins
out.
too, because Denver's process, because they can beat you in so many ways. They can just give Jokic the ball in the low post to score, right? So you need someone who could kind of contend with them that way. Then your four man's got to be at least have the physical profile not to get bullied by Aaron Gordon, obviously. Then you need a couple screen navigators to fight through all the handoffs, and you really just need a top end perimeter defender because Jamal Murray can have one of those moments where he goes nuclear. So you need a lot, and you need a team that can get back and play good transition defense like the Heat have for most of the series. Because we saw the Lakers, they just couldn't run with these guys. So you need a
I
lot of
don't even think the Heat have been that great in transition defense outside of like maybe a game or two, because when they do run in transition defense, it's been a lot of matchup
cross matches.
cross matchups.
That's just their roster being what it is, though. You got like two five.
Okay,
I
You
was
got two
having I
five
was
seven
having
Yeah,
this
footers
I
on
agree
that.
with that.
I was having this talk with Jay Will the other day, bro. I don't really even think it's like an adjustment like that. I think you just gonna have to outscore these niggas, and that's a
oh,
hard thing to do,
that's
bro.
a dangerous game to play.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
they
that's
have
a
no
hard thing to
margin for
do. It's
error.
That's what the
At
yeah,
Suns.
all.
it's really hard
Zero.
because they're always gonna have great offense, like always. But you just gotta outscore these niggas. I don't see
Oh
another way to
man.
stop them. I don't.
That's a
Like I'm looking for the.
I think that's just a dangerous game to play.
Yo, NFC, man, we're on our way. Don't worry,
But
The
man.
but the
We're
Warriors.
but
on
but
route.
what I'm saying on NMZ is that and that's fair. But I just think that though especially the front court players as you just talked about, bro, it's not that many of them in the league, bro. Like it's just not. And
Absolutely.
I get that it's more than just everyone else, but I do believe making it more challenging for Jokic, especially as a scorer, is going to aid you probably a little bit more than like getting a sizable big for Aaron Gordon, right? Like, I mean, if you lose off of an Aaron Gordon game, then fuck it. But I do agree with the screen navigator as well. But I do think there are screen navigators out there though. They may be more valuable moving forward. But I just don't think that there's that many players in the league that we basically, instead of allowing those players to adapt or evolve, and some players had the leeway to do it. That's how Brook Lopez got to where he's at right now. That's how Marcus Gasol kind of extended his career, especially offensively. But there's just not that many players in the league who are legit bigs that can and battle down below. And so now we're just talking about an association that doesn't even have the personnel available to make adjustments. It's not like, oh, I can put my power forward at the center and my small forward at the power forward to keep up with like LeBron and Bosh in the front court, or switchable bigs or switchable forwards and bigs with Curry and shit like that. Like, it's not even that, bro. It's like the players that you would need to have, we've shunned them away, and we haven't even evolved
bro.
them or adapted them.
And I'm not gonna lie, the team that would be probably the most ideal with a screen navigator that's great with the two bigs is the Bucks. But the problem with them is on the other side of the floor is like the Nuggets could guard them, bro. So it's like it's just mad shit you got to think about going against this team. Like I don't
Yeah,
know,
you
man.
need the double
I,
big look that doesn't sacrifice offense. Like Cleveland has a double
Yeah,
big, but like you see their
it
offense is so
sacrifices way
clunky.
too much offense.
And
Yeah.
when they're not scoring now, Denver's playing in transition. So, yeah, you got to put a lot of things together. But I also think, and this is what I think has hurt the Heat,
OKC coming,
because
bro.
at various points in this series, the Heat and Nuggets, the role players,
Yeah,
they've been staying home on them and they haven't been able to hit shots, right? So it really
Yeah.
comes down to the shot making of your two best players. And there's a handful of possessions in this series where I'm like, the Heat, for what it's worth, in a finals, they're getting a good shot. But Bam and Jimmy are just leaving points on the board. They're missing, point blank looks. And really, they've done a good job, aside from today, of keeping Jimmy off the free throw line. But then you see on Denver's side, they have the best tough shot makers and easy shot makers on the court. When Jamal's coming off those screens with space, he's knocking them down. When Jokic is getting his mismatch in the post, he knocks them down. And then you've seen all playoffs, Jokic and Murray, when they've had to hit late shots late in the clock, or the ones that deflate and silence the home crowd, like they've made those ones too.
NMZ, man. I'm sorry to cut you off, dog. I'm arguing with a nigga right now, dog, on the TL. The nigga trying to tell me there isn't a huge drop off between the Nuggets and the Lakers defensively, man. We need these niggas to be stopped. I ain't gonna lie. Whoever it is next year, gotta do it, man. I'm sorry. I'm back on
It's
that
us,
Patriot, bro.
KB. It's us. Come on.
This is crazy,
Yeah,
man.
but
I'm
you
not
need
even
you need
gonna lie.
shot makers at a high level to keep up with Jokic and Murray. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yo,
Once the role
NMZ,
players get
we
flattened
are
out, your
we
two best players got to be able to go shot for shot with these guys. And none of their matchups have really been able to. Even Phoenix, which
bro.
is what they were touted as, the
I was about to
Devin
say, but
Booker and KD, they weren't able to.
well, KD's KD. We know.
Well,
Well, yeah,
KD just
Book
couldn't live
showed
with
up,
that,
but
man.
Yeah, KD just stunk it up.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
We
talking
we
know,
about
but
know
Book
he
we
did.
all.
35.
But I mean, I'm happy we all now know who KD is. I mean, we kind of now know who that
But
nigga
yeah,
is.
but even your Lakers, low, AD was yeah.
A clown.
We also know who AD is though. Like, that's not new either.
And
That's
LeBron
what I'm
not
saying. So
really
how
a
many
tough shot
duos are there in the league that
maker.
you're confident with in a playoff setting that can match Jamal and Jokic shot for shot?
I don't think there are that many. If they're out there, I don't know. I think that's a very. I also think that's just a very
Man, this
dangerous.
Murray shit is blowing
I
me,
think that's a
man.
very dangerous game to play when one of the players on the floor, on the opposing team, is having a postseason run where he's putting up 30 points on 63 true shooting. I don't know. Like, I don't know how many players in the NBA can even just do that in the postseason. Period. Like, that's like trying to say that. And I'm not saying this is what you're saying, but like, if your team goes into the season with a game plan, or playoff series with a game plan of trying to go shot for shot with Jokic, like, how many players in the league can just do that? Period.
I don't
Like,
think that's what you're going in with
Not
the
very many.
mindset of, but I think at some point in the series, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be right off the bat, but once things get figured out, nothing's coming easy anymore. Because I think like the Heat, for what it's worth, they've battled, man. They've made it tough on the Nuggets. They're just like there's a skill gap, there's an athleticism gap, there's a size difference, obviously. So the Nuggets are able to still score effectively, but eventually, I think at some point in the series, right, especially later in the series, You're gonna need your two best players to be able to match their production like that.
We're going shot for shot with Jokic hurts you though is he's also getting good shots for other players. So you like Jokic and Jimmy. I think Jokic had 29 tonight and Jimmy had 27, but the offense that Jokic creates was so much more significant than what Jimmy created tonight.
I'll be honest,
but in this hypothetical, we're also saying that this hypothetical team also would have the personnel, so you wouldn't have to overreact to switches with Gabe Vincent defending him and still getting quality looks for his teammates. That's the
this proper team isn't gonna get bullied by Aaron Gordon. Let him go 11 for 15 is what we're saying.
So be able
to not let Bruce Brown walk in and drop a 16-point fourth quarter. Ideally.
So I want you NMZ build the perfect team and see how close is there any other team in the NBA close to that perfect team.
Or build a roster basically, a playoff rotation?
Yeah, just a realistic playoff rotation and something that you believe could beat the team, and let's see is there any team in the NBA that's close to that.
Do you want me to use part of a roster?
If the Bucks get Dame,
you just put the name the players.
Names on paper. Okay, let me think about it.
Wait, what'd you say?
I want you to in a hypothetical world, bro. Name the team. Not build a team that can compete with this Denver team, and see if there's an actual team in the NBA that's close to that team.
So the Warriors.
Now you're gassing it, bro. This is getting crazy, man. Go ahead, NMZ.
The Bucks with Damian Lillard, bro. That's probably the team.
Bro,
we don't even need Damian Lillard, bro. Stop it.
What do you think you need then, Fraud?
You're telling me, low. You're telling me, right?
You know this Nuggets team ain't gonna be the same team next year, right, NMZ?
Well, who do you think they're losing? Everybody besides Bruce Brown's under contract.
Niggas not here.
Bruce Brown's a big piece.
Yeah, I know.
I preface
everything I said by saying
too much.
Bruce Brown. Hold on, KB. We were talking before you, so don't say this mute shit. We was talking before you.
I prefaced everything I said by saying if Bruce opts out, that's tough because they might lose him because he's worth more than $6 million. So they might lose him, but everybody else is under contract.
And they're definitely beatable next year, bro.
Bro, and then they got young guys in Christian who could improve next season, and they got Peyton Watson. Who could real, bro? I don't know why you're saying, "Oh man," what the fuck?
Those are good players.
I'm not saying they're not good players, but they're not unbeatable, bro. Let's keep it real.
What does the series look like?
We're just saying what would be the best team to stop them.
Good question. I mean, depending on move, maybe if Boston makes a good move, Warriors make a move.
Boston not beating these niggas, bro.
Boston?
They're not beating these niggas.
I think Denver does them worse than we did them. Way worse.
How do you guys do them worse?
How do you guys do them Boston is a poor executing.
Y'all went to 7 games. What was so bad about that?
Boston's not
a poor executing team. That's their biggest flaws. They don't.
No, I said if they make a move, Lo. I said I think
they execute at about the same level as us.
The two best players execute poorly, though. They're just a poorly executing team.
You see the amount of deflections that Jokic has been getting, bro. Imagine Boston, bro. Come on.
That shit's not
that shit is not even funny, bro.
No way.
Yo, NMZ, bro. The Warriors with Jakob, dog. Talk to me.
I can't lie. If the Warriors weren't paying Clay and Poole $70 million to self-sabotage, they'd have a good foundation to start with.
KB, why you think Jakob will help?
I think defensively, it's a solid rim protector.
Him and Draymond gonna be.
He's a solid pick and roll defender defensively. Will allow Draymond Green to actually roam, having a sizable body on Jokic that'll be able to defend. And Draymond Green as a roamer is one of the better ones in our league. And on top of that, he's also sizable enough to not allow Aaron Gordon to get these dumbass post matchups off. And the Warriors aren't crazy switch heavy like that either. So they actually scheme properly. Steve Kerr does actually a solid job in terms of adjusting for Jokic. And offensively, we have the firepower on Stephen Curry to counter whatever the fuck these niggas are doing on the other floor in terms of the high pick and roll with him and Draymond. And then usually what our best offense is out of that pick and roll, so we produce a lot of quality looks. We did that this season. We just legit could not hit our threes. So
yeah,
Steph is a scheme bender. That's what you need. That's
wait. So Jokic and Jamal do the high pick and roll, and they double Jamal like they've been he have been doing basically.
No, I don't think they'll double. I think they have to have a better screen navigator.
Yeah.
So Wiggins would be the screen navigator.
Yeah,
correct.
Definitely.
Okay.
And Wiggins is a very good wing defender on top of that. So,
Is he better? Is he better than Jimmy to you? Is he better than Jimmy?
I don't think he has to even be better because Jimmy
he's not better than Jimmy.
Play two different roles. Like Jimmy's more of
Actually,
a
yo, I'll be
primary
so
defender.
real.
He's
Not
not like
even
one of
joking,
those
man.
screen navigators
It's
that
closer than you
throw at
think,
somebody
KB.
on a
I think
switch.
over the course
The
of a
thing is,
series,
though,
Wiggins would do
Jimmy
better
on
because his
defense.
workload is less.
The thing is, yeah, that's very true.
That's
Wiggins' defensive, like Jimmy's workload on offense and defense is really high, and Wiggins isn't. Like Wiggins primarily is going to be on the best on-ball player and will be guarding. And on top of that, I think Draymond sometimes will probably try to gap if they're going to hedge and show, and he's going to gap for Jokic. And Draymond's really good at reading the passing lanes too. And even if they decide to trap, the Warriors actually have probably to me a better scheme in terms of covering the trap because Jamal actually has really bad tunnel vision. I don't know if niggas realize this. When he's getting trapped on the pick and roll, the nigga doesn't make the right read, and it'll take time. So, like, if he goes up against that, gets a trap, and then resets the defense to play another set defense, it's gonna
Okay,
be tough.
and in that offense, you're banking on Jordan Poole to be better than what he was this playoff run
You
Yeah,
behind
have to.
Clay.
You have
that's a
to.
pretty low. That's a pretty
Or he's
low
gonna
bar
have
to
to
bank
explode.
on.
It's hard to be.
Because
It's hard
I'm
to
not gonna
Acting, bro,
lie.
nigga, stop acting like as if this nigga's gonna play egregiously bad again is just outrageous. Like there's
Yeah.
no actual like other than this year.
My
There's
nigga,
legit no.
he didn't get better.
He not that nigga,
Yeah,
KB.
Yeah, I
nah,
don't know
stop.
why KB is acting like this Jordan Poole nigga is just like
I'm
him.
not saying
Like,
he's
Okay, but
that nigga. I
we're
never
not
did. I
saying we're
didn't say he's
relying on
that
him to
nigga.
like
I'm not relying on him. He just has to give you spurts of actual good offense. And he ain't
because
exactly.
doing it.
What about the whole
because
Clay thing?
that spacing would be
Is Clay
terrible.
just
I'm
a
not gonna
dud?
We've
lie.
never relied on Jordan Poole, man. Like other than that
I don't know
series.
about the spacing being terrible because like you still for the struggles he's had, you still have to respect him out there. You can't just leave him. But
Niggas are leaving Jordan Poole open. Goods, I don't know. I don't know what Goods is
Bro, I'm
talking about.
talking about Jakob and fucking Draymond, bro.
Hey,
Like,
nigga,
what are
we've
you
been running
talking? Like,
two
what are you
big
saying?
non-spacing lineups for a long time, bro.
And
Yeah.
how did that work out for you in the
Oh,
playoffs?
so my bad. We just happened to. We couldn't make our shots, nigga.
Like
He
I
didn't.
don't know what your point is. Like if you
the
watch
And
the
why do
even
you
if you
just
watch the
even with
expect?
that,
series,
Why do you just expect to make your
even
shots
with that,
automatically when you're playing the
Nigga,
Nuggets?
because okay, you know what? Okay, because niggas just want to act stupid. When have you ever seen Steph Curry shoot 24% on open quality look threes? When? When have you ever seen the Warriors in an entirety of a run shoot this poorly as a team? Low, can you tell me? Can you tell me when?
This year?
Can you? No. Other than this year, can you tell me?
I don't think this year.
When have you ever? You niggas are banking on anomalies, bro. Are you serious, bro? Like,
Maybe they're washed.
come
Regression
on, bro.
and
happens, bitch ass nigga.
and the
Regression
spacing
happens. Stop
plus
being a bitch.
plus with Draymond being the initiator of the offense, he's going to be bringing the ball up,
Wow.
so that opens the floor up even more.
And on top of that, Jakob Pertl offensively isn't a nigga who's like a negative. Like he actually has good
Yeah, I
touch.
think the
the
Warriors do need a
offensive
second
gap
big man
between
though.
Looney, the offensive gap
The
between
second big
Looney
man
That's
and
would
what
be
that's what I'm
Jakob. He
saying.
would
When the
be off the
Nuggets
bench.
become the hunted now and teams start structuring with them in mind, like the Warriors probably have the best foundation out west, just because they have Steph, who's like a scheme bending player, and that's an example of a player who can go shot for shot with Jokic, for example, right? But you need to get the supplementary pieces around another big man for sure, because you can't just have Looney and Draymond as the only guys tasked with battling them on the interior.
Exactly. That's why
But
I
the
said
Clay
Jakob Pertl.
dilemma
And then
still exists. I still think
yeah,
that
it
matters.
does. Clay deadass has to be like MPJ in terms of nigga. You just have to hit
And
your
it's also
quality
what he's
looks. Like
being
that's
paid, because that's like he's an
yeah.
obstacle around building the team the way you want. And if he's not going to give you the necessary production, it's like, what is he kind of doing out there?
He's gonna have to win that series, or else they're not gonna be. It's gonna
40,
be very hard
40
to
M's,
challenge.
dog. 40 M's.
That's 6 games, bro. 6 games. Nuggets in 6.
I have Warriors in 6 in that series.
All
Yeah,
right.
you're fucking
I
crazy.
gotta go, bro. Like I said, I gotta live life, man. Life is calling me. You know how that goes.
You have a life.
Yo, NMZ, you
Hey,
see
all
him?
I gotta
I was
say
about to
is
Yo,
say,
see
NMZ, you see
y'all
the
in
mixtape?
Vegas, bro.
whoa,
Yo.
what's that called? Home Depot?
Okay, let me get out of here.